As a runner, I've made so many mistakes, and I've learnt from so many mistakes, and I want to save you some of the pains that I've been through. So if I could give my 8 most valuable lessons to my younger self, what would they be? And this one is going to be properly from the heart. Dear younger me, don't waste your time with people who don't bring you up or push you to be great in some way. Life is finite and it's too short to spend time with drains. That's what I believe. There are 2 types of people, radiators and drains. One light up a room when they enter. They challenge you and they push you to be better. They inspire you with their own actions. Better runners, better people, it's all the same. Find them, spend time with them, learn from them. Who you surround yourself will determine your future. So anyone who doesn't hold the values you do or want to have, anyone who belittles or makes jokes about your passion, or just flat out doesn't understand you, you need to distance yourself from them. They are the drains. Surround yourselves with those who challenge you, believe in you, are smarter than you, that push you, that are your biggest cheerleaders, believe in your dreams and make you want to be a better person. Because you know what will happen? You'll become a better person. And a better runner.
Dear younger me, this one I'm actually super thankful that you listened to. But marathons can wait, and you can take that as an analogy or you can take it literally. What I really mean is that you've got your whole life ahead of you. You don't have to rush into anything huge when it comes to your running journey. What you could do is you could have a really long-term plan and fall in love with the process. Maybe start modestly, train for a 5k, train for a sprint triathlon, build your way up to 10ks, maybe an Olympic distance. Then one day you could do a half Ironman, and then maybe you could do a marathon. But it's really not about the marathon, and it's really not about any race. There's no end point, but by taking your time, you're really tightly entwining yourself with that process. You're really falling in love with just the habit of exercise. And that, for me, meant that when I did do my first marathon, it was just the most joyous experience, something that I've been looking forward to for so many years. And I'm so thankful that I took my time, because it can wait. Once you've done a marathon, there's always another one. So for that one, younger self, I thank you, because I've had an absolute blast.
Oh, younger me. This is a message I wish I could give to you, and it would have saved us a lot of heartache together. But being young is not an excuse for poor food choices, and there are so many reasons for that. Forget the fact that as you get older, your metabolism gets slower, and therefore poor food choices are harder to burn off. We all know that. There's 2 other reasons, and mainly is because what you put in your body is the fuel for your running. So good in equals good out in terms of output, as in the level that you could run to, the level you might be able to get to, the performance that you might see from yourself is very much dictated by what is going in on the regular. And then also, if you are creating these bad habits early, eating processed food, eating portions that are too big, they're really hard to unpick. They're really hard to unpick the more ingrained they are. So the older you get with these bad habits, you're starting to struggle to be able to shift them. It requires a lot more conscious thought. And again, that affects your running because you're not putting the right fuel in the tank. So when I look back now and I think of all of the food choices that I made, it's so scary. It has taken a lot of work for me to pick apart. I'm not perfect. I'm still on the journey. I still love ketchup, but I wish I had been able, younger, to put the right processes in place, because as you get older, it's so much harder. Younger me, did you know you are your habits, good and bad? The sooner you realise this, the easier it is to create more good ones. It's actually quite easy once you know how. What do you want 85-year-old you to look like? Take that and work out what small steps you'd need to take to get there. 10 minutes of mobility or strength work in the morning when you wake up? Shoes out ready to run? No processed snacks in the house? No phones in the bedroom? Strength work during the week? Delay coffee by an hour in the morning? Nothing in isolation? but add them all together and you realise that they make up you. How you do anything is how you do everything. So figure out what little things you can implement now and do them. Go hard for 2 months. Don't let up. Let the habit form. You can pretty much build a better you by going through this process over and over again. Some habits are not going to stick, and that's okay. It's the experimenting and the act of trying that matters. But many do stick. So you either let life control you by letting this all be subconscious, or you control your life by bringing it into the conscious. Intentional living, not wasting a second.
And in the depths of a lactate threshold session, I want to tell my younger self something about consistency, because I wish I'd have known younger that there is no silver bullet, there is no magic cure for improvement. It is grinding consistency. It's session after session of just making it happen. It's running lactate threshold sessions like this once a week, but not really changing the format too much, just grinding it out. It's going out on your long runs, it's making your easy runs happen. There is no substitute for not missing a run. Big volume weeks are only great if you follow them up by big volume week after big volume week. And if you don't, actually lower volume weeks will get you further. Crazy sessions where you do all sorts of speeds at the top end, but then can't train for the next few days because you're blown out, won't get you as far as just turning up every day and doing an easy session. And I wish I knew that earlier, because if I'd have known that earlier, probably could have saved myself a lot of injuries and puzzle solving. So that's why I'm telling you now, no substitute for consistency. Just show up, get it done, turn up again.
Dear younger self, a thirst for knowledge, a want to learn and self-improve is the key to all of this, particularly when it comes to your running. Immerse yourself in the world. Read books about running or exercise or self-improvement. Watch YouTube videos that help you learn about running or inspire you to run, or even just self-improve. Go to running clubs, surround yourselves with knowledgeable people and make sure that you learn from them. And let that thirst for knowledge never ever dry up. You want to be better all of the time, so make sure you look into every single way that you can do that. And learning in any of those forms is the key to speeding up the process of improvement. It's not really good enough to just go out and run. It's fine. But if you want to really take yourself to the next level and fulfill your awesome potential, then you need to learn about yourself, learn about running, learn about everything you can, and have that approach where it's just exciting all of the time. And you will go far, and you will run fast, and you will have a happy life.
Younger self, you are a lucky little sausage for this one, because if you'd have known back in the day that strength and conditioning, even done just a little bit regularly, would compound over time and improve dramatically the quality of your life and your running, then I think you'd have done more. But I got lucky because I did do quite a lot of it in the early times, but it didn't need to be hour gym sessions 4 or 5 times a week. It didn't need to be sessions where you could barely walk when you go out of the gym. Simply by doing something 10 minutes a day when you wake up, even mobility, anything like that over time will compound so hugely that you cannot believe the difference that it will make to the quality of your life and your running. So it doesn't matter what age you are now. If you don't do this in your life, then there is still time. The evidence is very clear. At any point in your life, when you start a journey of strength and conditioning, it will dramatically improve the rest of your life. It will enhance the quality and it will enhance your running. So chill, younger self. Just do a little bit, but do it so regularly that it becomes just part of what you do, and watch the benefits.
Okay, turn the music off. This is it from the heart, no pre-planning. Dear younger self, you get one go at this. One go at life, that's it. If we're lucky, we get a long life. But I do know, whether you believe in a God or you don't believe in a God, we can probably all agree that this moment, this time that we're on the earth right now, we will never be back in this same form. So, if you are here, You owe it to yourself to have a high quality of life whilst you're here. And running is absolutely core to that. So if you're on the sofa and you're thinking, should I run? If you're tired and you're thinking, should I run? If you've got a million other things to do and you're thinking, should I run? The answer is always yes, because it will increase and enhance the quality of your life exponentially the more you do it into old age. And you know what? You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to be healthy and have that high quality of life, because we're not gonna be back. This is it, one and done. So don't forget that. Exercise is the core of everything you need to do in your life to have a good life. And if you enjoyed this video, then hopefully I've convinced you enough to subscribe. You're definitely gonna like this video here. And I have 3 weeks to the Chicago Marathon, so keep your fingers crossed for me. I'll see you next Sunday.